Right, we also continue to crisscross the country to get your reaction on this particular moment. Now we take you to our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who joins us now from Greenside in Johannesburg. Mbalenhle, thank you for your time. So what's the mood in Greenside after the Boks win?
Well, it's a quiet morning, as you can see behind me, but there are people who are very keen to give us their reaction, and I'm also keen to give my own reaction. One thing I was looking forward to seeing was the Boks lifting President Cyril Ramaphosa, or even attempting to lift the president, but that didn't happen, and it's fine. We won, we're happy, we're all happy, and we're all celebrating the Springboks victory. But I'm joined by some people who also want to share their moment and just share how they're feeling. Hi, you said that you were tired.
Yes. The game should not have been that late because celebrations that happened afterwards went on maybe a bit longer than they should have. So yeah, a bit tired, but frick, it was awesome, worth it. 100% worth it.
But you know what we see happening with sporting games and sporting events, be it the Proteas, the Springboks, even if it's Bafana Bafana, Banyana Banyana, the Spa Proteas, everyone, it seems to have a way of bringing South Africans together. Did you see this where you were yesterday?
100%. So, I mean, I think if South Africa has one thing going for it, it's our gees and the way we come together in times like this. So after the game, we stuck our head out of our apartment window and we just heard everyone going mad. Got into the car, everyone was hooting, flashing, flags waving. You saw all the stories, I'm sure, on WhatsApp, and everyone was just so united and so enjoying celebrations together. And I think after a rough year, that is just amazing.
Certainly. And where were you? How did you feel? How did you celebrate the victory?
I think it was just a very good experience. After the hard times we've had, COVID and etc., putting the country together by a World Cup we won, it's just an amazing feeling. And the support from all over the world was just amazing. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. There you have it. I mean, this is not the last comment, but I mean, COVID was a very dark time in South African history and in global history, really, where South Africans, not only South Africans, but the whole world lost their loved ones during that time. And, you know, this is a great comeback for South Africans. I'm joined by someone else who's also going to share their views. Where were you and how did you feel where you were? Did you scream loud? Did you lose your voice in the process?
I definitely screamed loud. I lost my voice. I was so excited. I think all South Africans were excited, but moreover, I think Africans, a lot of friends and family from other African countries, were rooting for the Springboks. And we are all just so elated for the Springboks to win the World Cup. It's really unified the whole continent.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. So you obviously have friends and family all over the continent. Are you able to share with us, you know, which countries were there? I mean, some countries in Africa don't necessarily have a rugby team, and it's almost as though the South African rugby team represents all of Africa, and a win for South Africa is seemingly a win for all of Africa.
That is absolutely correct. I have family in Lesotho, friends in Botswana, Namibia as well, and further up I know in Ghana as well, some friends who are really rooting for the Springboks. It really has unified the continent, and it really reminded me of when we hosted the 2010 World Cup, Soccer World Cup. It was a very similar vibe, and we are all just so happy for the Springboks to have won.
And certainly, and going back to when South Africa hosted the World Cup, you'll remember that Ghana was one of those teams that made it to the semi-finals. I'm not sure, someone will correct me if I'm getting my facts a bit wrong. And I remember all of Africa and South Africans also rallying behind Ghana. And I remember there was a phrase or a term in the streets, you know, as Bagana, in a form of celebrating and supporting and showing their support. Do you think that this was more or less the same thing?
I really do. I think it really unified all of us. Even though we come from very different backgrounds, we were all just rooting for an African win. And we're just so elated that the Springboks were able to bring it home. It was very much fun.
Thank you so much. There you have it. It seems as though the victory is not only a victory for South Africa, but a victory for the continent. And today we are celebrating, and celebrations do continue. And we get more reaction from people in the streets who are here to, celebrate yet again the Springbok victory. It's back to you in studio, Mko.
Mbalenhle Mthethwa is our reporter out there watching that for us. Thanks very much indeed for that update. Now, a hero's welcome awaits South Africa, the rugby team, especially when they return home. Now, triumphantly, the bearing of the coveted Webb Ellis Cup, we bring you reaction on the win from rugby supporters in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape. SABC News Reporter Mcebisi Ngqina and video journalist Mcebisi Slengile are there. We take you now to them. Thank you so much for your time. So talk to us about what's happening there in Gqeberha. What's the mood like? We can hear there's excitement already in the background.
Hi, morning, Mxolisi, and also to the viewers. But I can tell you that the celebrations here in Gqeberha, they continue until the early hours of this morning. People moving from the different fan parks, and then they took those celebrations now here at the live from. But I think the beautiful we witnessed such a beautiful moments here last night. I think especially during the trophy presentation, the fan was watching the game from at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. People, they actually stay behind after the ref has blew his whistle just to wait for Siya Kolisi for that moment when he actually lifted that Webb Ellis trophy tonight. It was just a beautiful scenes to watch there. But I can tell you, I do have a couple of Springbok supporters that were also watching the game last night. I'm just going to be speaking with one of them. Sir, just thank you so much for your time. Just take us through that moment when the ref was blowing his whistle, saying that the game is finally over. What was your reaction knowing that the Springbok have successfully defended their title?
It was a great feeling. It's not every day that the Springboks win the World Cup back-to-back, but I mean, I was with the family and we're very impressed. Like, we're happy, we rejoiced. It was a good feeling. We forgot about our problems at that moment. Everyone was united as South Africa, so we're very happy with what the boys did last night.
And also, we with Siya Kolisi becoming the first Springbok captain to lift the Webb Ellis trophy. How did you feel as someone that is based here in Nelson Mandela, especially in Gqeberha, which is Siya Kolisi's hometown?
I mean, I was born and bred in PE, went to the same school as him, so it's even more emotional. He's representing all of us. It's not just anyone, but his dream come true. You know, he started from the bottom and now he's here. So he's an idol for anyone. The kids walking around here, they want to be like him. You know, it's a dream come true for anyone. Like, just dream big, guys, you can achieve it. So we're very happy with what he's achieved, and we hope he does a lot more.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me just move to the other rugby supporters. Say, just watching the game, and how was the feeling?
Bruh, I was at home. My parents was like they in the bedroom. Me in the lounge. I was like screaming, bruh. Ooh, bruh, pass. Give the ball to Kobe, man. Give the ball to Aronson, man. It's like, ooh, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, game over. The Boks win.
Let's also just bring in the ladies in here. Since when last night, how are you feeling?
Oh, uyabona ngoku seyizaphela imatch. Sime so sithi phambi kwe-TV. Sithi referee blow the whistle. Hey, and we had a double celebration because it was my sister's birthday yesterday, and the Boks did us proud. Thank you.
Your sister's birthday.
And guys, don't forget, it's a public holiday tomorrow.
Not sure about the public holiday. That's what some of the supporters have to say here in Gqeberha. As just you can see in Kolisi, the excitement here from the Boks fans, especially for Siya Kolisi, who lifted the Webb Ellis trophy for the second time last night during that World Cup. Back to you in studio.
Mcebisi, listen, thank you so much for that update there. That's our reporter out there to continue capturing some of the reactions to come out of that.